Thank you for joining us. Possible changes to the Iowa bottle bill are stirring up a lot of chatter as the House passed new changes to the bill earlier this week. The Senate passed changes in March.
And one change includes the ability for a store to opt out of taking your cans and bottles. Now the House has passed changes that differ slightly from the Senate. As Local 5's Larissa Leone reports, some say the timeline of the proposed changes is concerning.
Iowa's changes to the bottle bill aren't progressive and lag behind those of other states. That's according to Susan Collins, president of the Container Recycling Institute.
Iowa is the only state that has not increased its handling fee since inception. The handling fee is still just 1 penny. And in most of the other states, it's an average of 3 cents, and some are even higher at 4 cents. Iowa has really struggled as a result of this.
The Iowa House voted to allow grocery stores the option on whether or not they choose to accept or redeem bottles and cans at their stores. Collins believes what the House passed yesterday is taking steps backwards.
There are thousands of retailers throughout the state that accept containers from the public and give them their refunds. If all those retailers opted out and people in the state were left with a few, the 60 far-flung redemption centers, it would mean that people would be paying their deposit and have no way to get it back.
Mick Berry with the Des Moines Mid-American Recycling has been working on changing the legislation since 1988. He says opting out isn't the issue. It's the lack of incentives for these grocers.
Why would you allow the convenience of redeeming at a store to go away in July and expect redemption centers to open up, but they're still only at 1 cent handling fee, even though you're trying to pass a 3 cent handling fee opportunity?
Collins echoes those concerns and says people need guarantees they can get their nickels back and use the services with ease.
The state is telling people, you need to bring in these containers for redemption. The state needs to provide for people is convenience.
Susan Collins says Iowa is one of the few states in the nation to not include water as a redeemable container. She hopes in the future that can be included, and sports drinks as well, and other commonly used containers that make the list on items accepted at redemption centers. Reporting live in the studio, Larissa Leone, Local 5 News, We Are Iowa.